Let's do it. What's up, y'all? What's up? It's Chan Hicks from your Next Hack with Chan Hicks podcast with Blue Book Sports. And you can find me on Instagram at underscore Chan Hicks. And you can also find me on TikTok and YouTube at Chan Hicks TV. Shop the brand as well. And we have our first softball guest today. We have Tennyson. She was formerly a freshman at Fort Valley State, and she is now at Georgia State. So how are you today? How are you tonight?
I'm good, Chan. How are you?
I'm great, great to have our first softball guest on. Man. That's what I wanted to do was also grow my softball audience, and who
Yeah.
else better to start this with than Miss Tennyson, man? So
Yeah,
yeah,
softball, baseball, we go hand in hand.
hand in hand. It's a
Hand in
very
hand.
similar game, very similar game. And luckily, this thing is still going on. Your last name, I pronounce it Myrick. How do I pronounce it?
It's Myricks.
Myricks.
Yeah.
Myricks. Okay. So, obviously, like I said, you started off at Fort Valley State, uh, a fellow SIAC member. I go to
You
Savannah
know.
State. Yeah, so that's where you started off at, and I'm just gonna break off some stats real quick because I looked at you and I was like, "What?" Like, and you're a two way. You pitch and hit at Fort Valley.
Yes, I did. And play
Okay.
outfield. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna read off some stats real quick. 337 batting average in 39 games with a 500 slug. You only struck out twice in 92 at bats. Is that correct?
That's
That
correct.
is insane. And then you go on the mound and you have 8 complete games with 3.15 ERA, 111 innings pitched, 124 strikeouts. You were the
Yeah.
utility player of the year, the first team all SIAC utility player as well, and second team all SIAC starting pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
So you racked up the accolades as well. So talk about kind of how what your mindset was going in as a freshman, because it's hard enough to even get on the field as a
Yeah.
freshman, but you didn't just get on the field, you dominated. So talk about obviously the talent is there, but how was your mindset going into Fort Valley that freshman year?
Well, for me, I'm a coach's kid. So my dad, he
Hmm.
played football. He coached at the high school level. So like I was raised on like really strong like coaching. So me
Right.
me being a freshman, it really didn't bother me. Like, oh, I'm going in with older girls. Like, no, it's make it clear. That's what my dad always told me. Like, make it clear every time. Like every time I step on the field, like there's no complaining about playing time. You just need to make it clear. Like, hey, like this is me and I'm better. So I'm a real
Exactly.
competitor. Like I'm very competitive.
Yeah. I
So
like
going
that.
in, I was like, I have to start and I have to have a great year. Like, no matter what,
Mhm.
every time I do anything, like, we could be walking down the street, we can do a little race. Like, I have to
Yeah.
win, you
Oh
know?
yeah. I like how you said no complaining about playing time. That's
Never.
a We'll get to that later in the podcast, but that's a very good point you brought up because at the end of the day, these coaches want to win. So it's not like they're just not going to play you just 'cause they don't like you. If you're not
Yeah.
playing, there's probably a reason why. But yeah, I like that. So you like what you being a two-way player. It's hard, like I said, it's hard enough getting on the field as a freshman. You dominated, but you dominated on both sides of the field. So with being a two-way player, talk about the preparation it takes not only as a hitter, because I know what it takes to be a successful hitter at the collegiate level, but talk about
Mhm.
how you combine that with taking care of your body, with making sure you're getting your swings in, getting your defensive work in because you play outfield, and keeping your arm
Yeah.
healthy because you also threw 8 complete games. So what all goes into that?
It's just a mental mindset you have to have. Like you have to know what you need to do. So I'd say like from a pitching standpoint, so if I'm on the field and I'm pitching, like I'd like to help myself out as much as possible. So of course I'm gonna put the reps in to hit and make sure that I'm hitting, making contact,
Yeah.
moving runners. Like I have to make sure I do my part there. And then when I'm not pitching, I already know the pitcher's perspective. Like you want a wall behind you. Like you need to feel like, hey, if I miss a pitch, like I have
Right.
girls behind me that are gonna get it for me. So I like to be that girl as well. So definitely just working all aspects and seeing all perspectives like,
Mhm.
hey, I need to get after it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like you said, kind of just having that dog mentality to where like it doesn't matter if you're pitching, if you're hitting in the outfield, like you want to win. You want to
Oh,
win
a hundred
everything.
percent. 100
Yeah.
percent. Wherever you put me
Yeah.
on the field.
I love that. I love that. And that's another thing with I talk about mindset a lot, right?
Mhm.
And like I said, once you get to college, whether it's D2, I played at the JUCO level. I was fortunate enough to make it to a regional at the Division 2 level. And there's good players at every level. It doesn't matter what school you're at.
Yeah,
So at that point, you got to figure out like what can I do to have the mental edge? Because a lot of people can run fast, hit the ball hard, throw the ball hard, but where is the mental edge? And you talked about it is believing pretty much you're going to win every time you go out there.
definitely. And then
Mhm.
the sport that we play, this is a game of failure. Like
100%.
you can do like a 4 out of 10. Like you're a superstar.
Yeah,
You're an all
definitely.
American. Like our
Yeah.
game is based on failure. So like you have to know that comes with it every time, but
Oh
never
yeah.
to let it discourage you either. So
Mhm. Yeah.
definitely.
So a big thing now as well is the transfer portal. In my opinion, there's a lot. In my opinion, as a player, I think it's more positives than negatives. I know sometimes some coaches don't agree, some players may not even agree. But you
Yeah.
started at a smaller Division II school, and now you're at a really respectable. Not that Fort Valley wasn't respectable, but
Yeah.
you're at Georgia State, which is also a respectable mid major
Definitely.
school. So talk about what you think the pros and cons of the transfer portal are, and how you use those to your advantage.
Okay, so I'd say pros.
Hmm.
Pros, social media. Twitter is definitely a great pro of the transfer portal. Like coaches
Hmm.
are always on Twitter.
Yep.
Um, I'd also say like, hey, you could find a new home. Like sometimes
Exactly.
like the home that you're at, like it's home, but it's more like you can find something else like that suits you more.
Hmm.
I'd say the cons, the uncertainty. Like
Yep.
I was actually very nervous. Like even the stats that you just read off, like I knew my stats, but it's all about fit and like what a
Yep.
program needs because it doesn't matter if your stats are great, but the coach already has a kid with the same stats. Like it doesn't matter how good your stats are. Like it's about need and what coaches need from you. So
Hmm.
the uncertainty is there. It's there for sure because you could end up
Yeah.
in the portal and get lost in the portal, not
Oh
find
yeah.
anywhere. Like I was seeing a lot of that. Like I'd say like it's towards the end of the month. Like girls are still posting their highlights. Like, hey, I'm still in the portal, and I was like, it's like really close to school starting again, and we're still in the portal. Like that's very
Mhm.
scary. So I was fortunate enough to make it out of that transfer portal alive for real.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned fit because a lot of people, what I'm saying, might have really good stats, but like you said, if you're a shortstop and that coach has a senior shortstop coming back that was all conference, it kind of doesn't matter how good you were. There's no need for him to, pull his kid out and bring you in unless you're just, that good. But I
Hmm.
like how you talked about fit. That's what a lot of people don't talk about. Like it's more than stats. You gotta see academically, are my
Yeah,
credits going to transfer?
that's the
That's a big
main
thing.
thing.
That's a big thing. I know a lot of kids how their graduation got pushed back about a year, all because a
Yeah.
lot of transfer credits didn't blow over, and then as well as a new environment. Georgia State's a bigger school. You're going from Fort
Hmm.
Valley, Georgia, to Atlanta, Georgia, which is
Yeah.
night. That's night and day.
Night and day for real.
That's night and day. But
Yeah.
yeah, though, like I said, the transfer portal, you can use it to your advantage. I feel like a lot of people who get stuck in the transfer portal, they go in without a plan. You know what I'm saying?
Without a plan.
If you're gonna go in the transfer portal, have a plan of you need to have, I say, plan A through Z, because
Yeah.
you might have how many letters in the alphabet? 26. Am I right? Yeah. You
Yes, you're correct.
25, 25 of your schools you might want to go to may not fall through. You need to have you at 26 of everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Goes
I
by the
definitely went
wayside.
in with a plan. I definitely had a list of target schools. It just so happened like Georgia State was number one for my target schools just because
Okay.
like it's the major that I'm in. Like I
Yeah.
I really harp on this and then I always tell younger girls this like at the end of the day, you're a student athlete. Like you have to always do what's best for your academics. And my major is like very specific. I major in actuarial science. So not a
Okay.
lot of universities have that. So I
Right.
was fortunate enough for like this school aligns with my major. I love the coaching staff, the way they want to coach, the way they presented themselves to me. Because I spoke to a
Hmm.
lot of coaches out of the portal, and I like the way they presented themselves to me. I'm like 45 minutes south. Like this is where like it's close to home too, in
Yep.
state. Hope and everything.
Yep.
So it's definitely a great fit. Like I was very
Okay.
blessed, very fortunate. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely happy you found a good home. So let's like you said, you come from HBCU. I go to HBCU, and sometimes there's a stigma that there aren't good players in HBCUs. I don't know
yeah,
why that stigma has come about, but I mean, arguably the best collegiate player I've ever played with, he just transferred out, but he played here at Savannah State. And like
yeah.
I said, arguably the best position player I've ever played with. Talk about the ins and outs of the SIAC and other, other girls you might know at HBCUs that kind of aren't getting that exposure, and just kind of inform people on the talent at the HBCU level at in their in
Oh,
softball.
the talent is literally unmatched. Like we had like a crossover that we crossed over with like the SWAC, different conferences. Like I have a
Yep.
homegirl, she goes to NCAT. Hey, me facing her on the mound, I get to shake it sometimes. Like she hits bombs for a
Yep.
living. Like I know a girl. She goes to Prairie View. Like Prairie View,
Yep.
they're
Prairie View
they're
is a big
really
program.
tough. Like a
Hmm.
great program. Howard, like let's talk about FAMU. Like those are
Yeah.
dogs.
Oh
Those
yeah.
are dogs, and
Oh
they're
yeah.
HBCU dogs. Like
Hmm.
you can't take anybody lightly. Matter of fact, the player of the year for the SIAC, she went to Spring Hill. Hey,
Yep.
that's the best hitter. Like I've like she has to be top three of all hitters I've seen of all time. Like
Yeah.
we played them for the championship. Like it doesn't matter where in the zone you throw her. Like you can throw her waist pitch, she's taking it. Like
Still hitting it
and
or taking
not
it
many
up.
people like face me so many times and just like oh like it's nothing.
Mhm.
Like she's player of the year for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, I know about Spring Hill. They've been our rivals here. We lost to
Yeah.
Albany. We lost to Albany State in the championship
Ah
this year.
no.
We've been running up 3 years in a row. So we gotta get it done. But yeah, I'm glad you talked about that, because it's similar on the baseball side, to where, like, all right, this guy can go and put up crazy stats, but they're like, oh, well, he's playing against so and so. At the end of the day, anybody who says you hit 350, you hit 400, but you played against so and so competition, has never played the game, because you don't
They don't
understand.
understand. Like
Not only, like, is it hard enough to hit 300 in college, period. Even when you hit the ball, it doesn't mean you're getting a hit. It just means you make
yeah.
contact. Like, you have to consistently do it, and there are good players everywhere. And I feel like anybody who's just at home, sitting on their couch saying, "Oh, well, she hit this at Fort Valley. She can't do this as well." She, at the end of the day, not if everybody could do it, everybody would be doing it. You know what I
That's
mean?
real.
And
That's so real.
everybody is not doing it. So I'm glad you highlighted HBCUs. I know FAMU. I went to the Swingman Classic
Hmm.
with the best, HBCU players. It was one D2 player, the rest were D1s, and I think FAMU had their catcher got drafted. A couple guys from Alabama State
Yeah.
got drafted. So if the pro scouts are saying you're good enough, you're probably good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like such a crazy stigma to have. Like,
Hmm.
no, no, there's some dogs at HBCUs, like
Oh yeah,
straight dogs. But
definitely.
you know, people only focus on like the big things they see, like, oh, they're on ESPN, so they must be like it's
Yep.
some programs that HBCU schools that are on TV, like they'll be
Oh
easily.
yeah, I
Easily.
agree.
They just don't get the same exposure and respect. I really hate that stigma. Like that's
Yep.
one worry that I had coming out the portal. I was like, are people gonna like have that stigma? Like even with my stats, like hell, she comes from the SIAC. Like I
Yep.
don't know.
Yep.
It's
And
definitely different.
oh yeah, but I have no doubt with the talent and mindset you have, you'll have no issue, and you got great confidence. That's what I love too. So yeah, I know you'll be fine.
Thanks.
Yeah. So the way that we started kind of bouncing ideas off each other was through social media. I think I was on my For You page one time, and I don't have a lot of softball content on my For You page, so the video
Hmm.
kind of made me stop, because I think you said, "Hey, you," like that was like the intro to your video. So I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like, yeah, let me watch this." And I'll look at your page, and you had really good energy, you had good information, and you're a good player. So I was like, dang, like, we gotta definitely collab on something. So that brings
Definitely.
me to my topic of social media. I know, so I graduated high school in 2020, and
Okay.
guys were posting their highlights on Twitter, and what I'm saying, Instagram was still, like, obviously around. Like, I'm not 70 years old. Like, I'm just saying, like, social media has changed a lot in just 5
No,
years. Like,
definitely.
TikTok used to be a dancing app. Now people are making six figures on TikTok. So talk about social media. Talk about how maybe social media has
Ah,
has helped you. Talk about the dangers of social media as a student athlete, because anything that can
okay.
help you, it can also harm you. That's what I
Of
like to say.
course.
So talk about the dangers of it, how it's helped you, and what you kind of hope to get out of social media as you not only continue your career at Georgia State, but continue your own brand.
Of course, I love this question. So I actually started social media. What is it? 2025. I started in like 2023. So I
Hmm.
started off. It's actually a freak accident, like how I got like a little like small clout on social media. So
Hmm.
I used to play for an organization, Firecrackers, and I was just posting like relatable content. Like if you like at the bottom of my TikTok, like it's all relatable, cool 15-second videos, like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, like just relatable, funny stuff that
Yeah.
softball girls to relate to. Then I just noticed like my following, it kept increasing, increasing. I was going to travel tournaments. Hey, I saw you on TikTok. Hey, I saw you on TikTok. I was like, oh, like this is cool. Like
Yeah.
it's like a whole community. Like softball is like such a big community. And so I was like, okay, so maybe I should do a little more because like I saw like I had younger girls on there. So like they would always DM me, ask me questions. Like even when they see me, they'd ask me questions. And I was like, dang, like I wish I had this when I was younger. Like
Yep.
I feel like we grew up in such a different generation. Like the kids now, they have more access than what we had, like to just
Definitely.
information on how to do things and
Definitely.
guidance. So I was like, that's the type of person I'd like to be. I'd
Hmm.
say in the past like 6 7 months I really started doing like longer videos, more than like
Yeah.
a little 15-second snippets. I've been going live doing Q&As, like, and it's really helpful to the younger girls. Like the younger girls, they text me all the time like, hey, can you make a video about this? Hey, can you make a video about that? And I appreciate being able to like be a light for those that are younger, because I was in that position too. Like of course I wanted to know the ways to get recruited, the work I
Hmm.
needed to put in and things like that. And I was just fortunate enough to be a coach's kid and like have some guidance in that aspect. But yeah, I'd love to be a guidance for younger athletes. Now, the dangers of social media as a student athlete, like I'd say we're shed on like a different light. Like it's certain things that like I'm not gonna narps, it's certain
Yeah.
things that like there's
Yeah.
certain things that normal people can post, like they're
Hmm.
out functions, doing whatever. We can't do that. Like that's
Yep.
very important. That's something that I always let athletes know. Like, hey, like watch your social media presence. For one,
Definitely.
this could be their first impression of you, and
Hmm.
this is what they see from the student athlete. For two, you're representing your college and university. Like it doesn't matter where you are if you don't have on the clothes. Like that's who you are. You are a student athlete. Like that's attached to both. So you're not just a regular student. Like it's attached. So make sure you're representing your college and university at the highest respects, because that's how you'd want them to represent you. So
Yeah.
I'd say that's definitely the dangers of social media. Definitely it's really dangerous with comparisons. Like, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. Like I feel like comparison is something that a lot of people really get caught up in, and that's not what you're supposed to do. Like you're supposed to see somebody doing good and be like, oh dang, I want to get like that, but not in a way
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm never gonna get there. Like don't let it be discouraging. Like when I see
Exactly.
other people doing great, like I'm like, okay, cool, that's great. Like I love that. But some people don't have that same mindset, so social media could be toxic in that way. Like, oh, I'm not here yet, I'm not there yet. So those are the like main three dangers I think social media has.
Oh yeah, I love that was a great answer, by the way. But I love how you talked about the comparison, right? Because it's so easy nowadays to where like, oh, I might have been balling at this school, but look at this girl, she's balling at a school bigger than me, and then you start feeling bad, or you might be like, dang, I thought my content was good. I got 10,000 followers, but she has 20. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of tune that out, and it goes back to how it is in actual sports. Like you can't really be worried about what's going on besides with yourself like that. And I believe like I hate to sound like this, but you kind of just have to like not care. You can't
You
really
do.
you
You
can't really
do.
care. You know what I mean?
You
Like
do.
you got to worry. You have to worry about yourself. And with social media, it's a really good tool because, like you said, like with the press of a button, now 50,000 people can see your content. And we kind of got started in similar ways because I used to hate how these people would just get on Twitter, on Instagram, and just bash kids like from the baseball side. They'd be like, "These freaking kids can't hit because they're doing this," or "These kids nowadays." I'm like,
Yeah.
man, if you're going to get on here, tell them how to get better instead of just sitting there
Exactly.
complaining about how this 12-year-old doesn't know how to field a ground ball. Get on social media and tell him
And
what can help.
and that's another thing, like some people fail to understand. Like I was fortunate enough to be able to do hitting lessons, pitching lessons, everybody doesn't have that. Everybody's parents don't have that. Like, mind you,
Right.
these are still kids. So if they need a way to work that's like, hey, I don't have to pay for it. Hey, I don't have to hassle my parents to pay for it. Like, of course I love to be that, because I know that I was fortunate enough to, hey, you're gonna go to hitting
Exactly.
lessons. You're gonna go. That stuff is expensive, and it just keeps
Definitely.
going up and up the day. Like, that's so expensive. A lot of people can't afford travel ball, but they still want to be great at the sport. So
Yep.
like, I feel like everybody should be offered that same opportunity.
Oh
But some
yeah.
people looking out, they don't understand. They're like, oh, they're not any good. Okay, so why are they not good, and how can we help?
Exactly. That's what I like to get out of it is obviously, I'll call a spade a spade. If I see something in like travel ball or college or MLB that I don't like, I'm like, hey, like that needs to stop. But at the same time, if you look down my page, a lot of it is advice. I'm going to get into. I like what you do. I'm gonna get into my hitting routines, lifting routines
Yeah.
as the off season goes on.
Yes, the
But a
younger
lot.
viewers will enjoy it. I
Oh
promise
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah. I got me a little wireless mic as well, so I need to get some more use out of it. But like I said,
Yeah.
like a lot of my page as of right now is like informational content with recruiting, with how you can
Mhm.
utilize your tools. Um
Yeah. I
with
have to
just
make a recruiting video too. That's
yeah,
definitely on the
yeah,
bucket list.
definitely. And that's it's a lot of information on there. And like I said, TikTok is a free app and a lot of kids can get a lot of free information from just, listening. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's so cool. Like, I'm very blessed that the platform is giving me, like, even when I was at Fort Valley, like I had this one girl, she drove, like, she had her mom drive her 2 hours to come see me play. Like, that's like
Wow.
so crazy. Yeah, like she was from Columbus. Like, that's so
Hey, that's
crazy.
awesome.
That
That's
it
awesome.
literally warms my heart. Like, it really, like, I really feel kind of bad. Like, they'll DM me, they'll be like, can you please follow me back? Like, of course. Like, it's
Yeah.
nothing to follow you back. Like, nothing at
Facts,
all.
facts. I love
Promise.
that. I love that. And that's why your following will keep growing because you're doing it for the right reasons. I think that's a big thing. Like a lot of people can get caught up in like, oh, a lot of people say, oh, like I want to make money on TikTok. Well, money is great. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but when
I don't
you,
even use the money features. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
like,
I could easily, okay, go in there, promote like the little TikTok shop something, but that's not what my page is for. Like, that's
yeah,
not what I really use it for. So the money part really doesn't matter to me. Like,
facts. Yeah, I
I
feel
have
you.
platform, I get to interact with younger girls, like, it's actually fulfilling.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah, that's great. That's great. That's why your following will keep growing because you're doing it for the right reason. Like I said, like if you get paid from it, cool. But if you're doing it for the right reasons, everything else comes anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. So with softball as well, I know I was sitting with one of my friends one day watching the softball College World Series, and I was like, this was a long time ago. I was probably in like a freshman in high school. I was like, bro, they got the MLB. They need to make something for softball because watching softball is fun. I'm not gonna lie. I love baseball,
Yeah.
but I will sit and watch a college softball game before I watch a baseball game. I'm just being real. It's more. I just
Period.
like it better. So the MLB partnered with is athletes is athletes
Athletes
united
Unlimited.
unlimited athletes
Yeah.
unlimited softball association, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
it's AUS.
yeah, AUS. So the MLB just partnered with AUS. uh Inform viewers kind of what that entails and what the future can hold for softball with that.
Okay, so I'm really not familiar with the MLB partnering with AUS, but I know how
Hmm.
AUS works. So
Okay.
they really take they do their similar to the MLB. It's like a
Hmm.
draft per se. So some of the top athletes, they go to do it at the next level. So they are broken down into a few different teams. They usually like trade off a lot between teams. So it's kind of hard to keep up like which players are
Yeah.
what. Like,
Yeah.
I'd say they trade more than the MLB. Like, from
Mm.
season to season, they change a lot. Like, I
Okay.
noticed, like, Odyssey Alexander, like, she's really good. She traded, and then they just trade each season. So I'm not really sure how their trading process works,
Mm.
but I will say it is like a step forward for softball athletics, because
Oh yeah.
in the past few years, like, they've grown more and more and more. Like, the sport's getting more respect, more well deserved respect as well.
I
Like,
love that.
softball's a tough sport. Like, I feel like it's just as hard. Like, to hit a
Mhm.
pitch spinning, coming underhand, like, you know how softball, baseball people, they love to do the softball, baseball comparison thing, but
Yeah.
it's just as tough. Like, I'm telling you, it's definitely just as tough. It's a different viewpoint.
Oh
So,
yeah, I definitely agree with you
but
with that.
since they partner with MLB, I hope that this will get more publicity to it. Of
Oh
course,
yeah.
like,
I
I
see.
hope that is the end goal for sure.
Yeah, because I see get people like the Aaron Judges, the Otanis. I'm like, man, this girl's hitting 30 bombs a year in college. They can do that in the
What? It's
league, but we got to
dogs,
promote it.
like
You got to
straight
promote it.
dogs.
I would love to see that, and they're on the right track at least. You know what I'm saying? They're getting
Yeah.
it's kind of step by step. It's not going to happen overnight, but
Yeah.
each year by year, you start promoting it a little more. You got social media now, so hey, maybe one
It's
day,
like the WNBA, like
yeah,
underrepresented women's sports are like just coming up. Like
yeah,
I just feel like it's on a come up. You
oh
know, new
yeah,
times, new generations. Like yeah, definitely.
for sure, for sure. So with you going into this next season, Sunbelt Conference, correct? Well,
Mhm.
you racked up every accolade pretty much in the SIAC. Some of your personal goals as well as some team goals as you go into this 2026 softball season?
Okay, so personal goals, I definitely want to get better as a player. Like I want to learn new things just because this is like a different level. Like I don't know how to like mention this. We didn't have a pitching coach at Fort Valley. Like I have a
Hmm,
pitching coach now. So like
okay.
most of the things that I was doing like pitching wise, it was kind of like on my own, you know?
Yeah.
So now like with like guidance and everything, like I feel like I can develop and be a great player. I definitely personal goals, I need to get bigger. Like I'm kind of
Yeah.
little, like you can't see, but like I'm effective, but
Hey,
I'm
look, I can get
small
you right.
little.
I can tell you what I
Yeah.
do now. I can get you
No,
right.
I'm on like core power 7 for the week, and it's been four
Uh-huh.
days. Like I'm
Yeah.
getting it in. Like
Uh-huh.
it'll all come with it. The workouts are at a different like speed, a different level. So I
Yeah.
feel like, and it's just my body. It burns fat so much. Like I have to eat more protein, compensate. So definitely get stronger. Definitely get better at pitching on the field. And I'd say like team goals. I want to be like a valuable asset to my team. Like of course I'm coming in as a utility, but I see how like our setup is. We have a bunch of outfielders, and then our pitching staff is combined comprised of four. So I know my role. Like I might PO it out. I might PO it out. But
Hmm.
she lets her pitchers hit. So I've been in
Yeah.
hitting groups and stuff like that. As for like the utility aspect, I don't think we'll see me in the grass anytime soon. But
Yeah.
that's just knowing my role for the team. Like, hey, we need to get better. So that's what you need me to do. That's what I'll do always. Cause like at the end of the day, it's about the win. It's always
Yeah.
about the win. Like it's not about, oh, I wanted to do this, oh, I want to do that. It's always about the win. So
I
I'd say
love
like
that.
team goals is just being the best asset I am to my team. Even if it's, hey, doing one of these,
Yeah.
like whatever we
Mhm.
need, like I'm there for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Yeah, that's good. Always, being a good teammate, that takes you so far because you're not thinking about yourself. When you're thinking about your
Yeah,
team, that helps. And then when you do get the opportunity, you're not putting pressure on yourself because you've been thinking about your team the whole time. So now you're just
of
like, okay,
course.
it's my time. It's my time to go. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and that
love that.
creates like a good culture and a good environment.
Hmm.
But I can tell like I've been with my teammates for like a week. We blend really well. Like I
Yeah.
actually really love it. Like we blend really well. I say at my last school we blended really well too. So I was nervous because like, oh, you probably don't know. You're a boy. Like a team full of girls. A team full of girls.
Hey,
There's always a little something. Like a team full of girls
yeah,
is crazy.
my my sister was on the cheer team in high school, and I would listen to all their drama. So I would just be like, I can't relate. I love my boys at my school, like Savannah State.
Yeah, boys are real
Hey,
calm. Like girls, it can go
yeah,
like from 0 to 100
yeah,
real quick. So like
yeah.
to get a group of girls together that really just like blend, like even on and off the field, like on and off the field, like we're cool,
Hmm.
helping advice, like
Culture,
reminders, like
yeah,
like a really team culture. Like I love that. Like
I
you don't
love
find that
that.
everywhere in softball because I've been on a few teams like over the years. It's just like, but
Yeah.
well, me personally, I'm always the neutral one. If you can't tell, like
Uh-huh.
I'm really nice, so I'm always the neutral one. But like still even being around, like we got this click, this click, this click, this click, and like
Yeah.
I'm bouncing from click to click because
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
don't really click up much. Like I'm
Right.
usually just the chill teammate. But no,
Hmm.
it's actually a really nice culture. Very structured.
Okay.
I love
That's
it.
great. That's great. So with this podcast, called Your Next Hack, I relate baseball to life, right? So when you're in the
Hmm.
box, you might take a bad swing, and in my mind, you gotta tell yourself, "Hey, next hack." You know what I'm saying? That last hack you took,
Hmm.
okay, it might have been horrible. You might have swung at a pitch over your head in the dirt, other batter's box. It might have hit you, and you might have swung. Who knows? But it's all about your next hack. Just like in life, you might make a bad decision. You might, stumble upon some bad times, but it's about your next hack, how you move on. And it's about moving on from success and moving on from failure. Because after it's in the past, it's in the past.
That's
What
real.
in this present moment would you say is your next hack? Or did you have a next hack moment in your life that really made you flip that switch?
My next hack moment. Okay, cool. So going into high school, like I wasn't very good.
Hmm.
Like you see, like some of the players, like, oh yeah, they've been good since high school. No, actually, I didn't become like a better developed player till I'd say like end of my sophomore junior year. Like
Hmm.
I had a coach like my freshman year, he had no faith in me, so I had no faith in me. But like I started
Yeah.
noticing, like, whoa, what are we doing? Like I had to get it
Hmm.
in me, like okay, cool. I'm on JV. So what am I gonna do on JV? Am I gonna sit there and sulk because I'm not on varsity, or am I gonna get
Right.
better and work my way up to varsity? So I'd say like that was a big next hack moment. Like I'm saying, going from like my ninth grade year to my 10th grade year to varsity, like the whole confidence changed because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, they're better than me. Like I say, sophomore year, I was a pitcher. We had an older pitcher. She was definitely better than me. But hey, am I gonna like, oh, she's better than me, just give up? No, like that really encouraged me to get better. So I'd say definitely changing my mindset from like just bailing to, oh, okay, we just gotta keep chugging. Like I like
Yeah.
how you use next hatch. Like I feel like that's like very, very, very perfect to describe it. Like you miss a spot when you're pitching. Like, hey, make the adjustment. That that's
Exactly.
that's what life's
Yeah.
like. Make the adjustment. Like
Yeah.
that's what I get from your next hack. Like, hey, make the adjustment.
Hey, I can tell just by your answers you're a coach's kid. Those are like those are definitely a coach's kid answers. Huge advantage for it to be a coach's kid. But I like how you said, you know what I'm saying, it's life. You know, you gotta move on. I feel like baseball, just like softball, is a great teacher, you know, for life. Because I feel like a lot of times in life you might fail than you more than you succeed as
Yeah.
well. And it's all about like, you know what I'm saying? How are you going to move on from that? Because the people that make it in business, in baseball, softball, in anything. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It's all about how you handle adversity and success. I just talked about it on TikTok today. As much as we talk about handling failure in this
Hmm.
sport, not enough people, in my opinion, talk about handling success because that can also be detrimental to you. When you get so much success, you just don't know what to do. So, like you said, it's all
Yeah.
about your next hack and how you move on from whatever just happened to you.
100%. 100%.
So, yep.
Yeah,
So,
I knew when I started watching your videos, I was like, okay, he's cool. Like,
yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
his perspective. Like, you get it, you get it.
Thank
Not a
you. I
lot of
appreciate
athletes
it.
get it. Like, you get it.
Vice versa for sure. And you know, we dove kind of deep, and I love that. But I love to end with a fun type of question.
Okay.
And you said baseball and softball is similar, so I'm gonna start off with a story. I was at Andrew College. Anybody who went to Andrew College with me, they will remember this moment if they were at the field with me. The softball team was talking junk, saying they could strike me out. And I'm gonna pull up some videos. I hit 3 home runs off them girls in 3 at bats. 3 home runs. So I'm gonna ask you because earlier in the podcast when I started laughing, you said, "Hey, look, baseball and softball is pretty similar." I agree. So my question for you is, if if you face me, okay, 10 times you're pitching, I'm hitting. How many
Okay.
times? How many times you think you getting me out?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. How many strikeouts?
How many Ks?
How many
You're
K?
you don't you're I don't think you're gonna K. Like
Okay, I like
I've
that
seen
answer.
your highlights before. You're not gonna K, but like it's not gonna be a great hit either. I'm a spin pitcher, so I don't
Okay.
I don't know who else you face, but I'm different. Like especially like
Hey,
it's a challenge. Like no, you could get a
hey,
cool. You could bat like you can bat like 300.
I'm
That's
not
good.
gonna lie. I'm going for about 700. That's my
Ooh,
goal. I'm going for 7 barrels. You know what? Look, you go to Georgia State, but look, I'm gonna have to slide to Atlanta this off season, and we gonna have to
yeah,
run.
we're gonna have to line it up now. That
We
sounds like
gonna
a
run some live
challenge.
at bats. We gonna run some live at bats for sure. We
We
gonna
can
make
do
that into
that.
a whole little segment and put it on YouTube.
Yeah. No, we have to do that. I'm getting better and better each day. I throw a bullpen every day. Yeah, you're
I believe
cooked.
it. You throw a rise ball,
Mhm.
I might be fried. I'm not gonna lie. You
Yeah.
know.
My pitches are kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the only time in baseball a pitch actually it doesn't even necessarily rise, but the only time it seems like it's rising is somebody's throwing really hard at the top of the zone. But like, there's no pitch in baseball that literally
The
rises. So
the
I
rise
might
ball is
be,
disgusting. That's like a disgusting pitch. Like it
yeah,
looks so good and then it.
I might be fried with that one. But we're definitely gonna have to run it.
No, we have to run it for sure.
Hey, well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. This was
Of
an awesome
course.
segment. We got to bounce ideas off each other. just kind of pick each other's brains. And it was great. It was great having you on. Tell everybody where they can find you at on social media, please.
Okay, so my main one, my TikTok. My TikTok is Tenison M. That's Tenisonm. My Instagram is lowkey dot underscore 10. I do reels sometimes here and there, but like I'm mainly on TikTok. You can find me on YouTube Shorts at Tenison M as well. But yeah, I'm mainly on TikTok. TikTok a lot. But
Okay.
from my TikTok, you'll have a link to all my other social medias. So
Nice. Nice. Well, everybody, be on the lookout for her this season at Georgia State. She's about to have a monster year, and
yeah.
I already know that the team is going to do well. You're going to do well, and with your mindset mixed with your skills, mixed with your drive. I mean, I don't like to say the cliche, the sky's the limit, but honestly, there's nothing you can't accomplish if you keep that same mindset, keep the same work ethic, which I know you will. So thank you again for
Perfect.
coming on the podcast. This podcast will be on multiple platforms. It'll be clips on Instagram. You'll see it on YouTube. You'll see it on TikTok. And be on the lookout for Miss Tennyson as she continues to dominate
Of
this
course. Thank you
softball game.
so much for having me too. I'm going to keep up with your season and we're going to keep in touch because I have an idea for us to do. I have a
Okay.
great idea for us to do.
Okay, bet, bet, bet. Well, thank you so much again for being